Hello everyone, my name is John. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about Coca-Cola's vitamin water. You remember that one? Coca-Cola's vitamin water? Well, they got caught using deceptive marketing practices to sell this product, and they got hit with a $39 million fine. But you know what that fine was to Coke? Compared to the billions of dollars that they made selling this product, it was about the equivalence of a nuisance fly. $39 million penalty compared to billions, it was just a nuisance. And ultimately, they only had to change a few of the labelings on the product to keep right on selling it. But right beneath all of that is a truth that'll just blow your mind. Let's get into the video. In 2017, Coca-Cola cut a check for $39 million. This wasn't for a factory accident or a contaminated batch. This was a settlement for getting caught in a lie they told for years about a product they marketed not as soda, but as a healthy, nutrient-enhanced beverage. But the real story isn't the settlement, it's the sheer audacity of the deception and the legal argument they used to defend it. An argument that reveals exactly what they think of you, the consumer. The product was vitamin water. In the mid-2000s, as public health experts began sounding the alarm on sugary drinks, Coca-Cola launched an all-out assault on the health-conscious market. They marketed vitamin water with names like Defense, Energy, and Focus. The implication was clear: this was more than water. It was a functional beverage that could support your immune system, fuel your workout, and sharpen your mind. They placed it in health food stores, sponsored fitness influencers, and built a brand that looked, felt, and sounded healthy. There was just one problem. It was essentially expensive sugar water with a vitamin pill crushed into it. Let's break down the deception. Take vitamin water Defense. It was marketed to support your immune system because it contains vitamin C and zinc. But what did the marketing downplay? Each bottle contained 33 grams of added sugar. That's more sugar than in a can of Coca-Cola. Nutrition scientists will tell you that any potential minor benefit from the synthetic vitamins is completely negated by the metabolic shock of that much liquid sugar. You were buying a health claim and getting a sugar rush. But the story gets even more cynical. When the nonprofit Center for Science in the Public Interest sued Coca-Cola for deceptive marketing, the company's legal defense was breathtaking. In their court filings, Coca-Cola's lawyers argued that no reasonable consumer would actually be misled into thinking vitamin water was a healthy beverage. Think about that. They spent tens of millions of dollars on a marketing campaign designed to make you believe this was a smart, healthy choice. Then, when taken to court, their defense was that only an unreasonable person would believe their own advertising. After 8 years of legal battles, Coca-Cola agreed to a $39 million settlement in 2017. But here's where the reality of corporate accountability sets in. First, the company admitted no wrongdoing. It was a settlement, not a conviction. Second, while that sounds like a huge number for a corporation the size of Coca-Cola, it was a calculated business expense. It was the cost of closing a legal problem that had lingered for nearly a decade. Third, and most importantly, what actually changed? The settlement required Coca-Cola to make specific adjustments. They had to add the phrase "with sweeteners" on the front label and remove the word vitamin water from 2 of their product lines. But walk into any store today. What do you see? The products are still there. The names Energy, Focus, and Defense remain. The fundamental implication of healthfulness continues, just with slightly more careful legal guardrails. The settlement clipped the company's wings, but it didn't ground them. Now here's something interesting about Coca-Cola's vitamin water. Vitamin water's health claims technically contradicts the FDA's guidance on making health claims about sugary beverages. But the FDA never stepped in. Well, why is that? It's because their own policy depends on companies to self-report violations, which is why the Center for Science and Public Interest stepped in and filed the lawsuit against Coca-Cola, because the FDA wasn't, because of their rules. This rule creates a loophole wide enough for a bottle of sugar water making health claims to slip through. Absolutely astonishing. The vitamin water case was not an isolated incident. It was a masterclass in a strategy known as health washing. As consumers wised up to the dangers of sugary soda, the industry needed a new angle. The playbook is simple. Take a fundamentally unhealthy product, often high in sugar, and add a sprinkle of something beneficial, synthetic vitamins, a gram of protein, a dash of fiber. Then market the product entirely around that healthy additive, distracting from the primary unhealthy ingredients. This is what Coca-Cola did. They used legitimate science about vitamin deficiencies to create a solution that created more health problems than it solved. They took our genuine desire to be healthier and sold it back to us in a bottle of sugar water. So, what's the takeaway from the $39 million vitamin water lie? It's not that one company lied, it's that the system allows this kind of deception to be a viable, profitable strategy. The cost of getting caught can be written off as a business expense, while the profits from the deception are counted in the billions. The next time you see a product that screams healthy because it's fortified, enhanced, or vitamin-packed, remember the vitamin water story. Remember that companies are willing to spend fortunes to make you feel good about a bad choice. Let the words of Coca-Cola's own lawyers be your guide. If a company's legal defense is that no reasonable consumer should believe their marketing, maybe that's the clearest sign of all to take our health choices back into our own hands. Read the label, not the marketing. Look at the sugar content, not the health halo, because the most powerful health supplement you can find is accurate information. So there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, like the video and subscribe to my channel. It just helps me to understand that, yeah, we're on the right track here. Because the goal of this channel is to just bring some of the things that's going on behind the scenes into the light. And what that'll do, it's educating us. And once we're educated, we understand that the decks are stacked against us with some of these backroom deals, some of the science, all the lying, all the marketing, and it just helps us to be informed about those things. And when we are informed is our way of fighting back. It gives us the advantage because now we can identify the things in our grocery stores and the things that are being marketed to us that's contrary to our best interest. It's contrary to our health. We have an epidemic going on in our country, and a lot of it has to do with some of these backroom deals that's going on, some of the marketing that's going on. So we have to be informed in order to fight back. In addition to that, I have a link in the description to the MAP 30 challenge, and that's predicated off of me being 294 pounds and now losing over 100 pounds. The link to that is in the description. There's a lot going on there. It's for those people who are struggling with weight loss or just need to lose a few pounds and get healthier. That's what that program is about. So the link to that is in the description. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, post them in the comments below. I'll respond to any questions you may have. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.